Hi, this is Brian Icenhower, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about how realtors overcome client objections about having to find a home to buy before listing their current home for sale. Talking about having to find a home to buy before selling. That's very common in a very hot seller's market. It's very important for experienced agents to remember their buy before selling scripts because now you're starting to see a lot of sellers having a hard time finding homes out there in a healthy market where there's lower and healthy levels of inventory. So, with that being said, it's very important that we explain to our clients some expectations from the outset. Let them know it's a seller's market, that things move very fast. There's often multiple offers right now. And if they don't find a home that they like, they won't be able to buy with a contingency in their offer that they have to sell their home first. Because what we're doing is actually putting their home. Now the new sellers of the home they want to buy are actually having to sell two homes effectively in a very hot market when they don't need to do that. So the offer won't look good in competing offers, and it won't certainly even if there are no other offers, someone still may not take that because they're just willing to test the market in a very good one. So they need to know that. They need to hear that because you're advising them on their strategy for the purchase and sale of their homes. Um, if the sellers do see that your current house is up for sale, that might help a little bit. I mean, they still have to sell your house and hope that you're reasonable on the price and whatnot. Pending and under contract helps quite a bit. So if the home has been on the market enough where it's actually pending or under contract, then that helps quite a bit with that situation as well. And then, I just ask them, how do you think everyone else is getting it done in this hot market that everyone's hearing about? And when the real estate market's good, how do you think all these other people are getting it sold? And I guarantee you it's not because a lot of sellers out there are accepting contingent offers. That's not happening. So what you're seeing is a lot of people actually sticking their neck out and starting to put their home up for sale first. And here's why they do it. And I asked them, do you mind if I explain to you how everyone actually is able to sell before buying? And they'll usually say yes, of course. I say good because I think it's your decision. I need you to make it, but it's my job to actually give you all the material information to make that informed decision. Typically, only one of two things will happen when you put your house up for sale first, and the first one is the most likely because since it takes so much time to get your house ready to put up on the market, then you got to have people come through and view it. Then you're going to actually have some people decide to write offers, submit them, and then you'll likely negotiate those offers back and forth for a while. That takes a lot of time before you actually are at a point where you need to decide if you're going to buy or not. Um, Plus, during that time, and that can be anywhere from 30, 45 days, and during that 30 or 45 days, you're going to be much more purposeful about trying to find a home. We're going to be focused. I'm going to help you now so we can really get the focus down and see a lot of houses at once, and you'll see that it comes a lot easier. Most people surprise themselves and they end up buying during this first time with no hassles whatsoever, the vast majority. I know you don't feel that way, but once we start getting purposeful, efficient, and we're moving forward, I think you'll see very quickly that you have multiple options in this market. We just need to move quickly. And then if that doesn't happen, though, you still don't find a home to buy before your current home sells. Then we start negotiating terms in the negotiations once your current home sells to give you more time, basically. It's very common to negotiate a longer closing period, or you could negotiate a close and then a lease back after close situation where you remain in the home and just pay rent to the that's less common than a longer close period, but it's done quite commonly enough. Or we could go to that plan B, or we can go to a plan C on that one as well. As hey, if we can't get either of those two things to get accepted, then we do not have to accept the offer made by the buyer, and so we never get stuck. Very rarely get to that one though. That one's pretty rare, so oftentimes we get it done and it gets sold, and that's how everyone else is doing in this market. Just remember, in that negotiation, you're the seller right now, so you hold all the cards. So they need to know that. They need to be informed, and that's how we overcome the objection about having to buy before selling. So thanks a lot, guys.